Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here, and it's time after a very long break to finally continue with the weekly runs series. This is going to be week 36 in the game Over 9,000 Zombies by Mastertronic and Lauren Lemke, I believe it is, or Lemke or something along those lines. Not sure quite how to pronounce the last name, but there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Steam Early Access game, and I'll have all that information down below in the description of the video, of course. And what is Over 9,000 Zombies? Well, you are a survivor in the zombie apocalypse, as I'm sure you could have guessed from the whole... Anyway, top-down shooter, you're a dude, you can put down some turrets to help you. Zombies are coming in, they're trying to eat your house or whatever it is, the building that you're trying to defend. You're not really defending, but you use it to kind of avoid zombies, and you go around with a bunch of different weapons, and you shoot and murder, and you kill, and you loot, and it's sweet, sweet nice. So we're going to hop in here in just a second. Now, I was unable to, it doesn't have the option to reset my game back to a standard, so basically all the weapons that I have found I have available to me in this playthrough, but that helps if you want to continue from a day that you've previously survived up to. You can actually continue at that point, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. They do have a map editor, so you can make your own map, and they have maps I think you can download from Steam as well. So some of the other folks' creations, so it's pretty good. So we're going to hop in here. And I'm just going to go with the default map. I apologize, guys. I think I just smacked my microphone because I'm awesome like that. You can start on whatever day. And as you see, it's not changing at all. I don't know why. It's fine. It's been a while since I played. So here we are. We are the little dude in the middle of the screen, and we're going to move around. And yeah, whoa. Actually looks quite different than I last recall. So it's probably been a few months since I've had this game, and I haven't actually covered it yet, and now that I finally have the option to do so, I am going to do so right now. So basically you wander around, you murder as many zombies as you can, you pick up scrap metal, which is dropped off of the zombies, along with ammunition, weapon upgrades, and all sorts of other things. And yeah, it's pretty good. There's going to be reload times and all sorts of different things. You have bars on the right that show you like your kill score, or your kills per second, your DPS per second. Like I said, the weapons do get pretty outrageous eventually, but for now, it's not all that overwhelming. Because right now, I don't have any turrets down. You can only have a maximum of 6 turrets, I believe. And on all honesty, I'm just jumping right back into it. I haven't actually played this even one single time since I've last played it several months ago. And I am actually quite curious as to how I build things. I believe it might even be the B key. It is indeed the B key. Alright. So let's see here. We have a little bit of scrap. Let's see if we can't find a good spot to drop anchor and see if we can't find... I mean, there's a lot of zombies in the house chewing up on the walls and whatnot. They can eventually kill it, and we do have grenades as well. And you right click and you can throw the grenades, and there we go. Some good scrap metal. Alright, we're up to 26. I believe that means we can build our first actual turret. So I am pretty excited about that. So I'm going to come over here and bam. That's a grenade launcher turret. And we're going to have to try to defend it as best we can. Get some grenades ourselves, and it's not going to be able to hold it on its own. Alright, we just got some new weapons. And you can scroll with your mouse to select the different weapons. Alright, I'm going to hit B once again and see if I can't get... I only have 1 scrap metal. So unfortunately there is going to be no additional turrets coming out over on this side. Now the grenade launching turret is okay. It's not the greatest turret in the entire game, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, if things roll right up on it, it does tend to have a little bit more problems. Well, at least a few more problems. Alright, well we have a few more that we can add now. I'm going to go with this one right here. And drop it down right there. It's just a regular machine gun turret. It will slowly murder everything. We're going to go inside and see if we can't clear out some of the house here. And yeah, it gets kind of chaotic. It's already a little bit more chaotic than it was the last time I played. It's day 1 is actually quite a bit more powerful than I last recall. There are different variants of zombies, so we'll see all of that. But we're going to play through as far as we can get. Hopefully I don't look too foolish with losing too early on. It is a very real possibility. You have unlimited ammo that I'm aware of. And you do also, I think you level up. I can't be 100% certain. Like I said, it has been a while, and I've played several games that are similar to this in certain ways, and I can't recall what all this game has to offer, so it's going to be almost like I'm blind playing it, though I'm really, really not blind playing it. Alright, well, I think it's time that we can throw down another one of these here turret gimmicks, and I'm going to do so right there. I'm going to have explodey bits everywhere. It's going to be fine. The zombies are going to be afraid of us. It's going to be sweet, sweet nice. So, some decent scrap metal going on there. There's a health kit as well, and some even some zombie goo laying all over the place. We really got to get into the house and clear out the zombies in here. And try to defend all of the actual entry points. That's the ultimate goal that you're going to have. Alright, let's take a look if we get a chance here. I'm gonna come over here and chill by these things. Alright, let's take a look. We have a rocket launcher, we have plasma energy, fireball, and it looks like a shotgun one. Well, we only have 33 so far. There it is. I thought we leveled up. Okay, so we can get durability, 10 to max HP, and 2 to HP regen. I'm actually going to go with that, simply because I like to have a little bit of health regen in my pocket, so if I do take a little bit of damage, if I just don't take damage for a while, I can actually restore back up to full health. So that's always kind of one of my deals that I like in any kind of game like this. Alright, and there we go. We have God mode, and we can now walk through zombies if we were so inclined. And we have killed about 33% for the day, I believe. So I think it's per percent that you have to actually kill off of the zombie hordes, as it were. You can actually repair a few as well if we were so inclined. There's only a few left in here. Oh, nope, the next wave is coming, so maybe this is your level percentage, I don't know. Alright, there are a lot of zombies right here. Right now, but we got some more scrap metal, we got a little bit of healing ourselves on top of our already wonderful health regen abilities. Get in here and see if we can't get... There we go, we made it to the 51 mark. Gotta try to clear this out. As you see, there are now zombies that are shooting things out at us, which is not super fantastic, but it's okay. Alright, what do we have? We have God mode once again, and there's definitely some scrap over here that I'm going to run over and snatch right up. So, if you guys are unfamiliar with the Weekly Run series, what it basically is roguelike games. This is kind of a roguelike game, or survival games, where you have either a definitive number of lives or one life, and you can only get as far as you can get. And I generally try to showcase games that are like that. Stuff like Binding of Isaac is a game that you would see on here. A Rogue's Tale. A lot of roguelike games. I mean, Faster Than Light's been one. Dungeons of Dreadmore. I mean, there's been several that I have covered. I mean, we're up to week 36 now. So, yeah, and I break it up into as many episodes as it takes, and we just go with one run as far as we can get. The game is actually quite a bit more challenging than it was before. I know it doesn't seem all that overwhelming right now, but there are a lot more zombies than there used to be. So, there is that, folks, if you're wondering. It has, like I said, it has been several months since I've played, and a lot has changed. Alright, no reload. That is a little bit helpful to us. Oh, fireballs are coming. And unfortunately, our turrets are not really strong enough to hold them out of the house yet. Pretty sure we've got turrets on just about all the entry points. Again, we can have only up to 6. We have 4 down right now. I realize it's not great, but it's not terrible either. And if I could, I would very much... I'm actually getting hurt quite badly here. So this might be a shorter run than I was expecting. I mean, I made it pretty far into this game before, but things are definitely a bit more challenging. What other weapons do we have? We have the Mac Tizzle. Alright. Mac 10, get some health kit there. Very few weapons that I've actually gained so far, which is a little bit sad, but it's okay. Okay. And another thing they've done differently that they didn't do before, stuff I don't believe crawled out of the floor near you, out of the ground, so I mean it all came from the woods. So you had a little bit of time and stuff wouldn't have spawned like right on top of you, like it wouldn't come out of the ground here. Like these are seeming to come out of the woods now. That's how all of them were, but you see these guys just all spawned out of the ground? That's a new feature to me, so and it definitely adds a whole new layer or level to the challenge, I won't lie. Okay, there's some scrap over here. I don't really like that gun. Not a big fan of that one either. Yeah, this is so far the best one we've had. Oh, pretty close to getting owned here. Okay, what is this? Is this a heavier machine gun, I guess? It's not too bad. Alright, we have 52 scrap now. Let's see if we can't buy ourselves another one of these shotgun deals. There we go. And I believe you can place them from any distance, so you can actually sit behind your favorite turret or what have you and try to defend yourself while placing it across the map. I don't think there's a minimum range that you have to be within, but I mean it's possible, or a maximum range that you can place it, I suppose. Alright, so some free scrap coming my way. And we'll just keep using this machine gun-esque weapon. Hope that we actually manage to survive this, because again, it's looking a little nasty, not gonna lie. Things are getting a little bit better for us, but overall, we're still kind of in a bad situation here. And you'll see as they continually stay on the walls and munch and chew on them, they will eventually break through. Which is definitely not something you want. It's less death laid at that point. You can't defend yourself. You don't have the cover. It's just, it gets messy. Alright, the next level is upon me. I can do another regen one, or I could do one additional resource pickup or turret damage. I think I'm going to go with turret damage. Any kind of passive damage I get, I will much appreciate. Now's the time you can do the cleanup to your house and everything else, and try to reset turrets if you have the scrap for it. Maybe tear down and build up new ones. There's a few different options you have available to you. You can go back in, clear out the house. I mean, there's a lot of little things you can do to make your life a little bit easier, so I'm going to go do that right now. Just trying to clear the house out, and then we'll see where that lands us. I'm not sure what turret we have on the top, to be honest. I think ideally you'd want to place turrets like here, and there, and then up. I don't know, you only have 6, so you are somewhat limited. That is something to keep in mind. It's really hard to actually defend every single one of the places. And it seems like stuff even spawned inside already, which is a little bit odd. And your weapons, I don't know if they become tankier, or your weapons, I guess they never do less damage, so the enemy does become tankier as we progress, but you know what? We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. We're regaining our health slowly. I'm not sure. I think we have 3 lives in this game as well. Or that's day 3. That's very possible too. I thought we only had 1 life, but I saw the 3 up there. I took a guess, but that probably makes sense that it's day 3 more than anything else. So this is the machine gun turret up here. Alright. Well, that's good to know. We have 38 grenades. I mean, we can grenade for quite some time without really even getting into any kind of trouble here, so... Oh. There are a lot of zombies around here. Just saying. That top is definitely not being handled well. The rocket launcher turret's not bad. Again, I don't feel like we're in the best of positions, but There we go. And I don't believe you can actually hurt yourself with the grenades. Oh, see, this thing's spawning in the house. Now that I'm not sure I'm 100% behind. I feel like they shouldn't be able to spawn inside the house, you know, digging up floorboards and whatnot. It's kind of rude, first off. Let's just call it the way it is. That is a pretty rude thing to do. You know, if I was gonna have a zombie coming after me, I'd much rather it bash its way through my front door or maybe a window or something. I'd be pretty upset if he decided to break through my floorboards. I mean, how do you defend against that? Alright, we got rapid fire going. And we should be able to do a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, we still have reload. Okay, we're gonna get in there and see if we can't kill... Oh, the rapid fire wore off already. The power-ups or the buffs or whatever you'd like to call them don't seem to last a tremendously huge amount of time. I think I'm going to try a fireball one. I don't know what this does. Oh, it's like a flamethrower. Okay. That seems pretty good. I don't hate that. Alright, so when we get a next chunk of scrap, what I believe I'm going to do is tear down this one and build a better mousetrap, build a better zombie turret gun thing, I guess. So the game might seem somewhat simplistic, but it gets a little chaotic, and then you have the different enemies coming each time. Like, these are actually quite a bit tankier than the last ones. But in the last day, there were ones that actually shot back at you with fireballs. So that's never pleasant. Fireballs tend to leave you with a bad taste in your mouth. It's a burnt taste, unless you like Cajun food. Cajun food often tastes burnt to me. I don't know if anybody else is that way, but I feel sometimes it just tastes burnt. Also, a lot of my wife's cooking. No, that's a lie. She generally doesn't burn food. She overcooks meat occasionally, but that's about as bad as it gets. Even still. She cooks, and not everybody's wife does cook. And she does a better job of it than I do. Oh gosh, okay. Sorry, I almost hit the wrong button and ran into my death, which is looking very, very similar to what I might be doing here. Oh, I think I just got smacked in the back of the head there. Alright, let's see if we can't destroy that, and then build up... We'll do another fireball one, why not? There we go, alright, bring it on. Okay, we have incendiary rounds. Now we light all zombies on fire. And it's, I don't know, it's looking pretty good. We're not doing exceptionally poorly. We're not doing, I feel, super well. But we're getting there. Like I said, I'm pretty eager to try out some of the different maps in this game. I haven't actually done that yet. That was one of the things they added since the last time I had played, and I saw some of the stuff in like the Steam Workshop and whatnot. I'm like, oh, that actually looks pretty sweet. But I haven't actually had a chance to try it out. See, they've already gnawed through most of the wall over here. So our defensive abilities to like get in here and like hold a hallway or something is actually getting quite a bit lower. We're gonna go with actual gun damage now. And I'm just gonna check out a few different weapons here. I still don't mind that weapon. I think that one's actually okay. Guns used to drop just like all these other things, but it seems now that we get them at certain percentages or certain times. So I'm not sure what it is that actually deciphers that. We have 100% down at the bottom. I don't know what that's for either, to be honest. Well, I mean, we have 100%, so... Oh, okay. Apparently per weapon you get a percentage? I don't know what that really does for me, but okay. Enemy modifiers, they get an additional... Oh, a little bit faster zombies now. They get additional 5% damage, so you'll see there's like different things that happen as you progress. And it seems like it's a very darkened day. I mean, I'm not sure why it says it's daytime. Maybe you survive the day and then it becomes nighttime and then you have to defend against the zombies? I'm not sure. We're going to do our best to get through and see if we can get another 100%, though I don't know what that's going to do for us. These definitely seem to be quicker. Well, I actually didn't get hit. I thought I totally misplayed there, but apparently I'm still good. Still rocking the zombie murder, which is fine. Alright, super speed. We can get ourselves into trouble much quicker now than before. We have quite a few grenades left. Oh. Some more sweet, sweet scrap going there. That's good. Okay. Oh, more super speed. Oh, no reload. Unfortunately, you can't stack buffs, apparently. I was unaware of that, but yeah, I suppose that makes sense. It would be too easy if you had like super speed god mode and no reload. After a while, things do tend to disappear though, so there is that. We are actually missing a turret at this point. That is why the left side of there is actually quite as nasty as it is there. And not quite being handled like it was. Alright, we're getting mauled a little bit here, but you know what? We're hanging in there. Incendiary rounds. Can definitely burn some fools down. Oh man, a lot of our turrets actually died. Yeah, the game has actually gotten significantly more challenging, I'm not gonna lie. It is quite the challenge. Alright. Well, we're gonna get over here. And there we go. Couldn't get that to remove off of my screen. At 94% with our gun. Not sure what's going to happen when it hits 100%. I didn't notice anything change when I hit 100% with the other gun, but... Oh, I guess we get a new gun acquired once we hit 100%? I don't know. Things are looking nasty, though. I will say that. So you can build little walls and things to help defend your guns, your turrets, and whatnot. And the turrets all have a little health bar around, just like you do, except it's in blue, so it's kind of hard to notice at first, but it's most definitely there, most assuredly. Well, game over. Apparently I ran into and got massacred. So, most kills in a single game. I'm apparently 818th out of the entire thing. Boris is the Soviet love hammer, apparently. Or Boris the Soviet love hammer apparently was just a little bit worse than me, and VR6R was a little bit better. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this week's weekly run. I was actually hoping to have a couple of episodes of this, but I will definitely add this into the mix. In the future, I will start permitting and promoting you guys to vote once again. And I'll give you 3 options, and you can choose any of the 3. And the one with the most votes is the game I'll play next. But I have a few games that I've accrued over the time between the last weekly runs and this weekly run, and I'd like to showcase those before I open up the voting. So that's gonna do it for this week, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you guys next week with the next in the weekly runs series. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.